Hello again and welcome to Crime and Music. I'm your host Brian J. Kinsley, and with me as always, my friend Ben Ruppel.
It's not really always anymore, is it, Brian?
It really isn't. I have to change the intro. I haven't seen you in like 2 months.
Yeah, I got in here and it's all different in the studio. Brian cleaned it up, put some more lights, some LED lights. It's romantic.
Oh, yes. And to feel the romance, every other week we'll get together and bring you a true crime podcast about people in and around the music business and their misadventures in law breaking. If you like music history, murder history, music mystery, murder history, and those are things that go together. People with eccentricity like ourselves, you've come to the right place. Share with a friend, tell a relative, and get it around the globe. Right now, we have a problem with Stan. We are not in Pakistan, we're not in Kazakhstan, we're not in Turkmenistan, we're not in any of the stands.
They don't have internet.
They do have internet. We have a bunch of Russian and Belarus downloads and things like that. So if you know anybody in the stands, or if you know Chad, feel free to send them an episode. Go, I like these guys, you should check them out. I'd really appreciate that. And man, hit us up on any of the social medias if you want to share with your friends or just share with us.
You think you could find Chad on a map if it was unlabeled? Like, point to the country?
I can now because I wrote that joke, and so I was looking at the map.
Okay, I know it's in Africa, right?
That's correct.
All right, nailed it.
Yeah, little North Africa. You're doing well there.
I could tell you where South Africa's at, and I think Morocco.
Monaco?
Morocco.
Okay, you sure?
Morocco, where the Moroccans come from.
Oh, maracas?
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah. All right.
Only because I got a buddy who's Moroccan, so I think we've already looked it up.
I see. So, how have you been? We haven't seen you in a while.
Good.
What have you been up to? The world knows
Well,
that you've just you've had great success with your day job because it steers into COVID very well.
Well, the day job is selling equipment to a lot of people's schools and churches and stuff that they just started going back.
Right.
And a lot of what I do is help them with their cleaning supplies, so it's a whole new ball game now. So it was busy. It was deader than dead over the lockdown.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody started opening up.
Yep.
And it got a little nuts. I also put a new kitchen in my house, and it's still taking some time.
I was gonna say, is that done? You calling that project finished?
No, it's not done.
Ask your wife. Does she think that project is finished?
No. I just still need them. The last big hurdle is making all the doors.
People like doors. Although you could go with an open concept and just display your dishes.
Well, that's how it is now, and I think I'm going to miss it when we put doors on there. It's one more step to get a plate out of the cupboard.
Can't be opening up how many
I don't
doors
time.
and cupboards.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Jeez. Well, do you have time for another game?
I am. I'm ready to have some fun. You ready to have some fun?
I'm ready to have some fun.
You're not just saying you're ready, are you?
I'm not saying I'm ready for fun.
I'm just saying it.
Oh.
All right.
Let's play guest.
So how'd Jason do?
He actually did pretty well.
Yeah?
He's like 50% right now. Cause
Okay. I listened to all the episodes.
Oh, nice.
I think. Oh no, I didn't. No, the one I haven't listened to yet is the Woodstock one.
Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of when you start out with this isn't a person. It's an event. You're like, oh, okay.
Woodstock?
Yeah. That's the first
No,
thing people
close.
say.
Woodstock 99. Yes.
That's the one. All right. Well, this is not an event. This is actually a person.
Okay.
So you should
All
be
right,
good
I
here.
narrowed it down.
All right.
Joan Baez.
Ooh, very close.
You know, listening to these as a person, I'm not on them. I'm listening, and you're saying we're close. We're never close.
No, I know, but I don't want to be discouraging. You're not even close.
We're not even close.
It's a man, baby. He's known as the King of the South.
King of the South.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He was Billboard Music has him ranked as the 27th best artist of the 2000s.
King of the South. Thinking gotta be country music. Travis Tritt, Randy Quaid. That's not a. That's not a guy.
He's known as, quote, the Jay-Z of the South.
Um.
Oh. I feel like
Cowboy Troy.
Oh, wow. That actually is no, but still. Some people call him Rubber Band Man.
The guy from Scooby-Doo.
Ooh.
No, that's way too old.
I see.
Rubber Band Man, King of the South. Yeah, all right.
He was in Ant-Man 1 and 2. Wow, this is just all over the place, isn't it?
I just watched Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, keep going. No,
he's the guy. He's one of the security consultants.
I'm gonna drop out just a little bit and think.
All right. You
You
got 5 seconds. They call him Tip, T-I-P.
you're gonna say it, and I'm gonna like, yep, I know that.
Do you know Clifford Joseph Harris Jr.?
No, what's his stage
name is T.I.
All right,
The rapper known as T.I.
I was wrong. I don't know any of that.
We'll get you a faint background woo for that effort.
No.
No, yes, that is the rapper known as T.I.
All right, let's go right back to what we should have started with. Brian, do I know who this is?
Do you
No.
know who
All right.
Clifford Joseph Harris Jr. is?
Fun game.
Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it, though?
No,
Because we had
T.I.
the Ant-Man. We had the Ant-Man in there. We had the Jay-Z King of the South thing. I mean, you're like, oh,
So
I
this
gotta
is
get
a
this.
hip-hop dude?
Yes, this is
rapper
a
dude?
hip-hop rapper dude.
And,
slash actor.
He was in Ant-Man.
He was.
I just watched it like 3
pretty
nights
sure
ago.
he's the guy, like the security consultant guy who is like not Paul Rudd and not the dude with the accent and not the fast-talking Michael Pena.
Okay, so he's like one of the main little guys that drive around in the van?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Didn't know that.
There you go. September 25th, 1980, born Clifford Joseph Harris Jr. in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
He's an ATL guy.
All right, we know there's a lot of hip-hop dudes that come from ATL.
Oh, Atlanta is a
Yeah.
hub of rap.
I think
and
they have a
hip-hop.
lot of
Yeah.
stages down in that city where people can go do their thing.
I think so.
Yeah, there's a lot of places to go, show your wares.
Well, he definitely gets out there and shows his wares. But first, let's talk about his parents, Clifford, a.k.a. Buddy Harris Sr.,
Mm-hmm.
and Violetta Morgan, now Harris. Those are his parents.
Violetta.
But he wasn't raised by his parents. He was raised by his grandparents in the Center Hill neighborhood in Atlanta, just off Bankhead Highway.
Sounds nice.
It's a cross-country highway that connects Washington, D.C. and San Diego, California. That's a long highway.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
You said Bankhead?
Yeah, just off Bankhead Highway. Yep.
Buckhead. Is there a Buck? Was it Bankhead or Buckhead? I spent a night. Scotty, dentist Scott, and I went and partied in Atlanta for a night.
Oh, yeah?
I think it was called Buckhead, so it's not that
Nice.
name of the city. It was nuts.
My wife and I were traveling through Georgia one time. We stopped for gas in Macon, I believe it is. And basically, I got threatened, like people are going to rob me. And my wife, when she was trying to use the store and the bathroom inside, she was like, I think I'm about to be sex trafficked. People are stalking me and following me. So we left Macon, Georgia, drove the extra hour to Atlanta. We're like, dude, we definitely are staying here. And there was like some salsa party night in the hotel. We're like, yeah, way better choice than Macon.
I don't know, Macon. Yeah.
So, I mean, just,
Bad
just
part Macon.
Yeah, right. Don't be traveling on Christmas Eve. What do you do? His father actually lived in New York City, so he would go to visit New York City and then back to Atlanta and then in New York City and stuff like that and back and forth. So he kind of got exposed to both things. Unfortunately, his dad suffered from Alzheimer's and he will eventually die of the disease.
Did you call it Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's. I didn't really want to articulate in there.
Really get dumb and just call it old timers.
It's old timers disease.
Old timers
It's
disease.
not. It's terrible, and nobody should have that. We're going to call him Rubber Band Man or RB.
Okay.
We'll call Rubber Band here. He begins rapping at the age of 8.
Mm-hmm.
He attends Douglas High School, and then he drops out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we're talking about the stage name, right? How they call him T.I.
Okay.
Originally, his name was Tip, after he had some great-grandfather who called him Tip.
Just the tip?
Apparently just Tip. That's enough, right? We're here. He was also known as Rubber Band Man as a reference to the custom of wearing rubber bands around your wrists. That tells you about how much drug money and stuff like you got, because you got the fat stacks, and so you got the rubber bands, so they call him Rubber Band Man.
Have you ever heard of the term soaking?
No.
All right, look that up. Soaking / just soaking.
Do I need an incognito window?
I don't
and
know
a
why
VPN,
that. I heard
or
just the tip. It was on my head. I had to say it.
you got to soak it.
It's called soaking.
Again, apparently we've discussed this many times. The kids don't wear condoms anymore. I don't know what the deal is.
It's not
with that.
sex.
Oh, no?
It's not sex.
It's got to be sex, drugs, or money. We're
It's
talking
just
about
called soaking.
T.I. and his rapper money. Okay. 1996, Rubber Band befriends local rapper Big Country King.
Big Country King.
With a K. So Kuntry. Big
I
Country
thought King with a K. Yeah, that makes sense.
King is with a C and a G. No, I'm kidding. It's normal King. They sell mixtapes out of the trunk of Country's car. And this dude, Kwan Prather, KP they call him, he's a record executive. He's walking around checking out shows, and these dudes got this tape out of the car, and he's like, give me that. And so he signs them to Ghetto Vision Entertainment.
That's a nice name.
That's a
So,
record label.
so you think about people just selling tapes or CDs or whatever out of their vehicles back in the day,
Yes.
and you think, well, that's weird. But you go to any local music venue, you go see some, when we could do that, um, and you go see a local or a smaller musician play. They always got that merch table set up. You can buy their CDs.
Oh, yeah.
Still today,
Yeah, man.
CDs are being sold at so it's not that weird.
I'm
It
curious.
sounds weird.
I'm curious about the numbers that they do as far as that goes. Like hawking CDs in 2020.
Well, I wonder if they're probably making money on the shirts and the hats and crap like that. A little bit of money because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the merch table a lot of times at these little local events is part of their contract to be able to get in there, and they're like, "Hey, we get 100% of the merch," and the place goes, "No, I get some money too," and it's not always the same. But with the CDs, I kind of wonder. Yeah, they'll sell a CD, but they're hoping this is what's going to happen. Somebody gets it into the hands of a record executive.
What I would do, guys, and I just thought of this, is instead of a merch table, just buy a big sign or a flag or whatever with a QR code that goes to your merch website. Bing, bang, boom, you're done.
Yeah, but people are in there drinking. They want to take a shirt home with them from the concert.
No, I know. I'm just saying if the promoter's hassling you and wants part of your merch, just be like, screw you guys. Just work. All you got to do, anything, anytime, ever. It's the digital world. Just work a QR code into your logo, and then boom.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Free marketing advice from Crime and Music, guys. 1999, after signing with Arista Records subsidiary LaFace Records, he shortens his name from Tip to T.I. out of respect for artist label mate Q-Tip. You heard of Q-Tip.
No.
He does a great collaboration with the Beastie Boys on...
Really?
Yeah, a while back.
Hey, you want to know what I did listen to and totally forgot about when I listened to the podcast from you, Jason?
Hell yeah.
Bloodhound Gang with Vanilla Ice.
Oh, isn't that the best? Drop the bomb, blow up this place like another Vietnam.
I'm serious.
Heavy like a Tyson.
You put that together for a karaoke
Son,
night.
give me
You
room,
were
give me room.
you were walking out of there
Oh, dude, if you could,
as just the leader of the karaoke.
I'm glad you say those things because I have those, like, when I'm mowing the lawn or doing some mundane task and I hear a song, I'm like, I wish I could crush this at karaoke. That would just be...
Well,
that's the dream. I don't know why that's the dream.
A friend of mine wanted to learn, try to remember all the words to, We Didn't Start the Fire.
Oh, dude.
And so I popped that on the other day. We used to have them all. I think you probably did too, because Mrs. Sharp's class, we had two. They printed out that lyric sheet, and we had to pick a few different topics from it and do a paper on it. But we all learned it back then. It was like when we were in 7th or 8th grade.
Saw Mrs. Sharp
98?
Pull into the back parking lot at school, open up the door of her VW Bug, and then roll halfway down the hill. I was like, oh, she's not feeling too good today.
But the...
Moving on.
Sorry, we're not moving on. I got to get this out.
No.
I got to get this out.
Sidebar. Woo! It's been 2 months for a sidebar. I've been waiting.
So the name we shall not mention, I was hanging out at Adam's last night, and he shows me a text from our buddy Matt, and all it says is Mrs. Sharp, and then there's a link to Nana Muscari.
What?
Do you remember that name, Nana Muscari?
Why do I know that name?
She sang very not opera style.
Yeah,
singing.
like loo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
With that, your grandma's grandma might want to listen to on the balcony at her place down in Del Boca Vista.
The Boca, yeah,
and,
okay.
And it brought just a wave of memory. Nana Muscari. So here,
Wow.
I bet you could search the web for any podcast out there that mentions Nana Muscari, and there's only one.
This one? Yeah, it's going in the liner notes now.
So now you got to go look up Nana Muscari
Just
and
spelling.
soaking. And soaking.
Homework, guys. Please
All
let
right.
me know. Let me know what soaking is.
All right.
I'm so curious.
Totally got off not even on the rails anymore. We're not even in the train.
No, but
right.
we're talking about weird names, and so a guy's calling himself Q-Tip, and you're the new guy, and you call yourself Tip. You can't have the same weird name.
And he okay, you have it. Yep. No,
Oh yeah, no. You want me to tell you?
Respectfully decline the name. I'll just T.I.
No, what he does. Okay, here's a quote. I'll even read you the quote about it. He says, "Quote: We were both on Arista. I'm gonna get technical corrections for that. Whatever. We were both on Arista, and we were trying to release my first album. The people who would market, promote, and just spread the word on communicated that it was somewhat difficult and confusing to have two tips in one building. So, out of respect and just legendary reputation and career that preceded that situation, I definitely conceded. My problem or conflict at the time was now this is what I've been called all my life. What am I going to change my name to? So, I guess that begins to hold up my project. And what are we going to call him? You know, like what am I saying? Like, so at the point we had to come to some sort of a resolution. And KP, who signed me to LaFace, and he just said, "Okay, look, man, how about Ti? Because it's on one record, and I was like TIP, and I was like, wait a minute, no, that's you left letters still, like and so on. What am I saying?" And he was like, "Well, listen, man, you got something better?" He's like, "No, I don't have anything better." Well, that's what we got going, man.
Can
So
I see that quote card?
that's how it's gonna kind of come out. Oh no, those are the quotes.
Brian's not fucking up this part. He's actually reading it from a card. And well, listen, man, you got something better. No, I don't. I do. It's this.
Well,
this
the
is
guy's
the actual
whole
quote.
the guy's whole world just got shattered. They're like, "Look, we like you. We like what you're doing, and your music is great, but you can't call yourself that." He's like, "That's my name." We're like, not anymore. It's not.
They should have named
Like,
him
what?
Magnum Ti.
Oh, missed
I know,
opportunity
right?
right there.
Dude,
I agree. You should be a rap producer.
I should just be an ideas man. I have my own one-man think tank.
What are you working on? I'm thinking. I see
I
that.
get paid by the hour, so don't interrupt.
You look very stressed out. This must be hard work.
Thinking,
Ben's just sitting behind a desk.
thinking real hard.
No, we can't. We go this way. No, that's not gonna work.
I don't come out until I say aha.
They just leave you alone. The people are just walking by your office like, oh, he's busy. So, speaking of being busy, October 2001, Rubber Band Man releases his debut album, I'm Serious.
Really?
No, that's the name of it, is I'm Serious. I wasn't
Oh.
serious about the statement, but
All
it's called I'm Serious. June 26, 2001, the single from that same name, Jamaican reggae artist Beanie Man, he teams up and he releases it. And the singles received little airplay, failed to chart. It was not well received.
Wah, wah, wah.
Despite the album's guest appearances and production team, the album peaks at only number 98 and only sold 163,000 copies in the United States. That is not a lot.
Not a lot.
Critics pointed to the fact that many of the tracks sounded the same and a few were blatant ripoffs.
Didn't stop Aerosmith.
Dude,
Crying Amazing Crazy.
Coldplay freaking released the same song 7 times. We should get to that because it's not illegal or anything, but it is amazing. There's a Vox video. Anyway, critics commented on the album. They said, quote, T.I. claimed to be the king of the South, but fails to show and prove. He does, however, have potential. The worst compliment you can get. If his talent ever matches his confidence, he may be headed for stardom.
He's got potential.
Got potential, buddy.
Thanks, Mrs. Cushman.
Due to poor commercial reception on the album, Rubber Band is dropped from Arista Records. He then forms Grand Hustle Entertainment, begins releasing several mixtapes with the assistance of DJ Drama.
DJ Drama. I don't like drama.
I wasn't able to confirm if that's Drama, Rob Dyrdek's cousin, or not. I couldn't find that one.
What?
What have you ever watched Ridiculousness or The Fun Factory?
Oh, yeah.
Drama, his tall, skinny cousin from Ohio. That was his name. So
okay.
He's a producer and he makes beats, but I don't know if this is him.
I like that show, except for sometimes it hurts me. Watching people
Taking
get
the
hurt.
taking
Oh,
the
my
slams.
gosh.
Cocoon!
I got to be in the right state of mind.
Like, I think your ankle's just popped out
I
through your
can't.
shin.
Oh, that one. There's some quarterback on the football team of some place here in America.
Okay.
He busted up his ankle on the field, and it's a pretty violent
Oh,
video.
yeah, people were talking about that. I didn't watch
I'm not
that.
watching it.
I
Nope.
didn't see it live.
Don't want to see that.
Did he just... I think... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even
Nope.
going to speculate. I don't know. I was like, I think he just rolled his ankle and a bone popped out, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like he
I
got
don't-
hit and something got twerked.
He's hurt. That's all I need to know.
Speaking of hurting people, 2001, Rubber Band here is arrested for gun possession.
See, just get a DUI. Just MIP.
Just get a DUI.
Just get a concealed weapons kit. It's Atlanta. I don't even think you need one to carry a gun.
Yeah,
down there.
I guess open carry makes people nervous though, so
Yeah, it does.
he resurfaces in mid-2003. He didn't want to be too much being seen, so he appears on Bone Crusher's hit "Never Scared." His mixtapes, mainstream exposure from the Never Scared eventually reach. He gets back to major label attention, and he signs a joint venture deal with Atlantic Records.
I bought a bunch of switchblades in Atlanta once. That wasn't illegal.
They have springs in them.
Yeah.
That's illegal in Michigan,
Yeah, the knives I bought in Atlanta were definitely illegal in Michigan.
but legal in Atlanta.
Yeah. bought.
I feel like there's a gray area here.
Well, I bought. Everybody at the
Tennessee
office
and
wanted
Kentucky
one.
and Ohio. There's a real gray area. I traveled through these.
I don't know. I didn't show them to anybody until I gave them to the people at the office. We all wanted switchblades.
I see.
I still got it. It's a terrible knife.
You're a fun secret Santa.
Well, they paid me for it. They're like $100 a piece.
Oh, gee. You're a fun weapons mule.
Well, that's exactly what it was because they paid me back for it out of kindness of my heart.
Did you hide them in your vehicle when you transported them too? That'll set the tone for what your intent was.
No, mine was in my pocket.
Yeah, but what about the other 9?
Well, they're probably in my suitcase.
Yeah, you hit them, putting them in socks, rolling them up around time.
No, there's no room in my socks. There's already other contraband in there.
Jeez. Speaking of contraband thing, no, I'm kidding. We'll get there in a minute, though. But this is actually good work. He does proper work. August 19th, 2003, he releases his second album, Trap Music, through Grand Hustle Records. It debuts at number 4, sells 109,000 copies in its first week, spawns the singles 24's, Be Easy, Rubber Band Man, and Let's Get Away.
My wife and I got into a discussion the other day about trap music.
Well, people like it, and it was well received, but go ahead.
And from the education that I received doing this show from you on trap, I was able to seem like I was pretty deep in the streets.
Pretty deep. Did your wife appreciate your knowledge base?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, really interesting.
No, it's like one of those things where you tell her something, you know it's true, but you know she thinks you're lying.
Yes.
You lie a lot.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And she's like, you don't know that. Like, yeah, go look it up. Look it up.
I'm an interesting and complex person.
And then she won't look it up until you're not in the room, and then you just hear in the other room going, I hate you.
Why do you hate me because I know things? Like, you chose me to partner up with for life, and now you're mad or resentful that I know shit you don't know. Sorry I'm not a constant mystery. I do that to my wife all the time. She's like, I don't even know you. I'm like, yes, I'm an ever-changing, complex person. Welcome to it. November...
go ahead.
Fooled. Yeah, I do. November 2004, Rubber Band Man releases his third studio album. So he's cranking through the studio albums, like one a year, one every couple months here. Urban Legend, it's called. That was Pop Top. Pop Top.
Just for everybody to know, that was a mint case.
Yeah. It's a Morocco. It all comes back around. This Urban Legend debuts at number 7 on Billboard 200 in the U.S., sells 193 copies in its first week. It's kind of well received. People like it. So the first time he came out, it was like, boo, you suck. So he goes back, he kind of retools, and now I think he's onto the formula.
Well, geez, how... You shouldn't be expected to come out and drop number 1 hits your first album. You're figuring it out. Figure it out.
Yeah, man. No, they want you to swing big nowadays. Just like, you number 1 or you're done.
Well, now, yeah, that's true. I get that, and that's how it works now for popular music. But if you really want to be a musician, come out there, hone your skill, tailor, get better, improve, acknowledge when you made a mistake, and learn from it. And that's what this guy's doing. Good on you, T.I., T.I.P., Rubber Band Man. What's his real name? Crawford something?
Calvin?
Doesn't matter.
It does.
No, we got to look back through the cards.
Clifford.
Little Clifford.
Little Cliff. Well, okay. So, not so little anymore, because March 2004, Cliff gets busted on a parole violation. A warrant was issued for his arrest after he violated his probation for a 1997 drug conviction, as well as a 1998 conviction for violating State Controlled Substances Act and for giving false information. So, not to mention all that, the authorities find a silencer-enhanced weapon and loads of ammunition.
Silencer. Did you ever shout a silencer?
I've never, I believe the proper nerd term is
suppressor.
And I've never shot, I don't know the legalities of them in this state. So, and I don't shoot guns outside of the state too often.
They just loosened up a little bit on the silencer thing in Michigan, but there's a dude, I think he's selling them on Amazon.
Hold on, time out. Go back and just give a real quick definition of a silencer/suppressor for people who don't know. And then do the thing like contrary to movies, it doesn't actually sound like that. Go ahead.
It just makes when you fire your gun, it makes it not as big of a boom.
It's a big metal sleeve that you screw onto the barrel of a gun or whatever rifle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an extension of the barrel that
takes away the flash and
helps. It helps take away some of the noise that a gun makes.
But it still makes noise though.
Absolutely.
I mean, I from what I understand, it makes like a plink, like a plink, plink, plink.
Well, it depends on what the gun is you're shooting. So if you're shooting something that's a high-powered rifle, there's still going to be a sonic crack from the bullet.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like out in the
You,
distance.
well,
Yeah.
you
You can't
can't.
control that. Right.
But what you can control is taking away a lot of that explosion noise from the gunpowder
Right out of the
inside. Yeah.
muzzle.
So,
Yeah.
but there's a guy that sells a silencer online that legitimately is also some sort of an oil or a gas filter. You dump oil through it,
Hmm.
and it takes the particulate that maybe you got some sand in your gas and you want to get the sand out.
Oh, yeah.
And so it does not work as a silencer until you take it home and make one very easy modification. And
Poke
then
a
bam,
toothpick through this hole.
it's something like that, Brian.
I see.
And legally, there's nothing you can do
Oh,
to
my
stop this
God.
dude from selling his fuel filter.
Yeah, well, it's environmental. This sounds like a green movement to me. They're just like making less pollution out of guns.
There's videos. He almost comes out and says, "Drill a hole in here, and it's a silencer." Boom. He does it. He makes them.
Huh.
He
How about that?
yeah. But they're. I don't think they're totally legal.
I think it's regional. Again, like where we live, you live.
I bet
TIP
it's legal
lives.
in Atlanta. Come on.
It might. It's apparently it's not because
Switchblades.
he's sentenced to 3 years of prison, and so he goes to Cobb County Prison in Georgia. He films an unauthorized music video while he's imprisoned,
That's cool.
and May 2004, he's released on probation.
He made a video in the Hooskow.
After being released, he earns a ton of probation violations in several counties in Georgia for offenses ranging from possession of a firearm to possession of marijuana.
Ooh, the devil's lettuce.
Motivated, his song makes it to number 62 on the R&B hip hop singles charts.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a video he shot while he was in. October 26, 2004, Rubber Band hears comments about Little Flip's, another popular Southern rapper, his lyrical ability. And for a long time, he didn't speak on it because he wasn't raised like that. But Little Flip takes issue with him, so the King of the South, he's got a beef now with Little Flip.
There's another beef coming.
Yeah.
I felt it coming.
Yep.
I felt that beef coming in.
Rubber Band said he was also upset Little Flip waited until he was incarcerated to start talking shit about him. So he
This
waits till
Little
I'm locked
Flip,
up.
he's looking for a beef, man.
He and Little Flip had an altercation in Little Flip's neighborhood, a Cloverland section of Houston. Rubber Band went there to create a DVD, which we were talking about, exposing Little Flip to be a fraud.
Explain to our listeners what a DVD is, Brian.
Oh, God. Before you had MP3s, music was stored on a physical disc. So a DVD is like a movie version of that, like a MP4 file on like a...
Before you had Netflix,
Oh,
you had to
God.
actually get a disc to
Yeah,
put into
yeah,
a machine
yeah.
to watch it move a movie.
Data, like it's like a thumb drive, but it was circular.
I
And,
think everybody knows what a
Yeah,
D-
no, I know. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. He gets to Cloverland to have a talk with Little Flip. Of course, he brings his entourage, and Little Flip's got his entourage, and a fight breaks out. And Little Flip's entourage starts swinging at Rubber Band Man, and then one of Rubber Band's bodyguards starts shooting. You know how it goes.
A good playground fight gone wrong.
That same day, Rubber Band Man went on a Houston, Texas radio station talking about the altercation. He's like, yeah, we got a shootout with Little Flip this morning.
I vaguely remember hearing something about that. The dude gets into a gunfight,
Yeah, goes on the radio.
like it drives directly to the station.
Yeah,
and
he's like,
talks-
we're late. Wrap it up, fellas. We got to go do the radio station live. Come on.
Yeah, I'm
Empty
sorry
your
I'm
clips.
late. We just got into a gun battle. And some people got shot, but I'm here. Let's
The
talk.
new guy was just being slow on his trigger,
Let's-
so
I
I'm
wanna-
sorry we're late. I apologize.
I want to talk about my new LP.
He revealed that the tapes, and he had tapes about him and Little Flip, and he's gonna release it, with a mixtape, and it never happened. So,
Like sex tapes?
no, like the DVD, like proving that Little Flip's guys were shooting at him and stuff. Like, he's like, I'm gonna expose it. Like he's Geraldo. He's like, I got the tapes, and then
No.
he's like, Nah.
Nobody cares.
Nah.
Nobody cares.
The feud is squashed by Rap-A-Lot's
The beef
Prince.
is the beef is
Oh, I'm
squashed.
sorry, right. The beef is squashed by Rap-A-Lot's Prince. That's a guy. And he had the two sit down and resolve their feud.
Like he was a mediator,
That's right.
intermediary.
Like, wait, you know Rap-A-Lots? I know Rap-A-Lots. Aw, man.
Did we just become best friends?
I think we
Yup.
did. Let's go do karate in the garage. 2004, Rubber Band Man is out of the garage, and he's featured on Destiny Child's hit single Soldier alongside Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
So he peaks at number 3 on the Hot 100 chart.
Just saw a video of Lil Wayne when he first was kind of coming into the scene. He was up in New York doing some, and he was
Did
just
he
this.
have the hair?
He had like the Jerry curl hair.
No, yeah, okay, no. This is
He
like the
did not have
long
the
braids.
dread.
Yeah.
No, he was pretty young, and he
Okay.
was he's a pretty smart dude. I mean, I think when you listen to him talk, especially back then, he was definitely putting on an act because
Oh,
he's way
that dude's almost genius level smart, if not genius level
he
IQ.
can. I
Yeah.
think he can roll with any different group of people and be just fine. And he was putting on his ghetto thug gangster act for this
Interview.
the interview he's doing. But he was going to some clubs. But you could tell he's excited because he was going to these clubs in New York because he's not from New York, and people knew who he was, and he loved that. That was, I think, like his first glimmer of fame.
Being recognized.
Yeah, he's a young dude. He's
Well,
a real young dude.
That works out well because Rubber Man gets another pretty good brush with fame.
Words are hard.
They are, man. It's been a while. January 2005, the single Bring 'Em Out, which is produced by Swizz Beatz, is released. It becomes his first top 10 hit. Peaks at number 9 U.S. Billboard Hot 100. And then the second single, You Don't Know Me, it peaks at number 23 on the Hot 100.
So we might know those songs.
You should. His
Okay.
third single, ASAP, reaches number 75 on the U.S. charts, number 18 on the U.S. hip-hop and R&B charts, and number 14 on the rap charts. So basically what we're establishing is the he's starting to make his run.
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting in with the right people, teaming up with known commodities, and busting up the charts in the top 100, top 25, top 10.
And now, I mean, he's got a street cred because he's in the clink.
He's done his
been
time.
in some shootouts.
Was in a shootout, did a radio interview.
Yeah.
That's mad credit.
He at least had marijuana. We don't know if he smoked it.
No, but he did have it.
I mean, we don't know if he inhaled.
And a silencer.
And a silence.
So-
Silencer.
What if it just went like that? What if that's what silencers did to guns?
You remember that stupid movie with Antonio Banderas, I think, and Sylvester Stallone, Assassins, I think it was called?
Oh, I was thinking like the mariachi. Okay.
No, they were just running around shooting at each other with handguns.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just click, 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 because they had silencers. And that's not what a silencer does. It's just like click, 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 click. And they're shooting everything. I was in the rooms getting blown up because the bullets are going everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Nice.
Good talk.
All right, we're gonna transition hard. Although I bet you that movie came out around 2006,
I can only.
and if it did, this is when his fourth album, King, debuts, number 1 on the Billboard 200 charts. Sells 522,000 copies in his first week.
Can we put a clip show together of Brian's best transitions?
Work on it.
When I go off the rail, and then you're like, and that dovetails nicely with this next card. It doesn't dovetail at all.
I'll force a dovetail. You ask my
That's
woodworking friends.
Brian's
I will force
forced dovetailing.
the mallet out. Get the mallet out and force it in. I will do a jigsaw puzzle with scissors. I do not mind. The album's lead single, What You Know, became a hit in the U.S. and helped promote not only the album but also the film ATL. Remember that movie ATL?
No, not one bit.
Me neither. I remember the TV show, but not the movie. Rubber
Okay.
Band starred in that movie, and that came out with the album's release, and so he earns a bunch of awards, including a Grammy Award. He's nominated for Best Rap Album. He's featured on Young Dro's debut single Shoulder Lean, which reached top 10 in the U.S., number 1 in the U.S. hip-hop rap songs and hot rap tracks.
So that's where he started doing his movie stuff.
He is now parlaying into the screen.
That's good.
But,
I think that's
well,
good.
he's got his credit there. What You Know won a Grammy for Best Rap Solo Performance and was nominated for Best Rap Song at the 49th Grammy Awards.
Right. Well, he won a Grammy. That's wonderful. It sounds like they made a category just for him, but whatever.
Well, you can do that because he also teams up with Justin Timberlake. So the dude's making moves. He knows the power players. Him and Timberlake team up for My Love, which is proved to be a worldwide hit. Gonna dress you up in my love all over your body. That's not the song. It won a Grammy for Best Rap Song, sung collaboration with Timberlake. Wait, is that the category? It won a Grammy Award for Best Rap / sung collaboration with Justin Timberlake.
That cannot be.
Talk about having your own category.
So Justin Timberlake has his own, not for him to win.
Every year.
So
Who's the best Justin Timberlake collab?
how many people sing every year with Justin? Probably a lot, actually.
A lot. We'll get back. It comes back around, believe it or not. We'll get back to Justin Timberlake. Rubber Band also wins Best Male Hip Hop Artist at the BET Awards for the second straight time. He's then set up as feature performer on We're Taking Over by DJ Khaled, also featuring Akon, Fat Joe, Rick Ross, Birdman, and Lil Wayne. Dude's in it right now.
Yeah, he's balls deep in the with who's who people.
2006, Rubber Band Man. Not only is he a talented musician, thug and a thief and a guy with guns and drug possessions and all that, but he's also quite the humanitarian.
Yes.
2006, he's at the scene of American rock band Creed. Their lead singer, Scott Sapp,
Yeah.
tried to kill himself.
Oh.
And so Sapp attempted suicide in Miami by jumping off a balcony, and Rubber Band Man, quote, took care of the situation. Scott Stapp said, quote, I laid out...
Caught him?
What? Here, we'll tell you. This is from the guy who jumped. Quote, I laid out there for 2.5 hours, and my guardian angel showed up. He immediately took care of the situation and saved my life.
So he jumped.
And then
He
T.I.
went
found him.
the splat.
Sounds like...
Apparently, he didn't jump from high enough.
Well, Rubber... I can't... Okay.
Well, I mean, right?
Yeah, right.
By the way, never accidentally look at a jump victim when they do it good.
Oh, no.
That was a long time ago. Somebody was like, check this out.
Where
you know,
were, I was like where
just,
were you?
You know, you're in the office and back before they had
What do you
gates.
work at Foxconn? What,
No, it was at Hogan. They didn't give a crap what we did.
Who killed themselves at Hogan?
No, nobody killed themselves, but somebody
Oh.
just like got images of people that
I
jumped
see.
from 100 stories in New York onto the
You're
cement.
watching Faces of Death. I
It's
got it.
Faces of Death. That's
All
bad.
right, yeah.
So this guy jumped from an elevated platform, and he hurt himself,
Yeah.
but didn't kill himself,
Yeah.
and laid there for a couple hours on the floor and
Yeah.
the cement. And finally, this TI came up and
Yeah, man. Yeah.
handled the situation.
Handle the situation.
I-
Well, we'll
what's
get
that
there.
code
Hold on.
for?
Hold on. Let's talk about first. These guys were not strangers. Not like they'd never met before. They met in 2004, recording songs for the Passion of the Christ soundtrack. Mel Gibson and his whole movie thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they also bonded over their shared love of Alabama college sports.
Okay.
This continues from
Go sports.
Scott Stapp. Quote says, quote, I found out later that it was the only room left in the hotel, and he came in off the street and came out, and as I'm laying on the ledge, blood fell to his feet, and he looked up, and he had an Alabama hat on, and I said, Roll Tide. And he looked back at me, and he put two and two together, and he really saved my life.
That's weird.
Dude, he just jumped from a building. I'm sure he's just looking for anything to sort of make sense of what's going on right now. But, hey, man, you see a guy laying on your balcony of floor below, help him out.
Sounds like you might have been a little drunk, too.
I don't know if he took it. We'll get into the Scott Stapp thing probably later on down the road. If you guys want, let us know. crimeandmusic.com. 2006, Rubber Band Man receives, this happy news, 2 Grammy Award nominations. Best Song Collaboration, not with Justin Timberlake, with Destiny's Child and Lil Wayne. And
They also have their own category.
Best Rap Solo
There's
Performance.
7,000 categories.
For
these
You Don't Know
days.
Me at the 48 Grammy Award ceremonies.
All right. What year is this?
This is 2006.
Okay.
This year, he wins Rap Artist of the Year, Rap Album of the Year, Rap Album Artist of the Year. Those are separate categories. Rap Song Artist of the Year and Video Clip Artist of the Year on Billboard Music's awards, and Best Male Hip Hop Artist of the BET Awards.
Can you go over a couple of those again? What are these awards named? These are all from the same award-giving people?
Yes. The Billboard and then / BET Awards.
Okay, what are those?
I'll do this in telegraph style, old-timey telegraph. Rap Artist of the Year, stop.
Okay.
Rap Album of the Year, stop.
Okay, that's fair.
Rap Album Artist of the Year, stop.
That is just the same thing.
I'm just saying what it says, man.
Okay, I know.
Rap Song Artist of the Year, stop.
Rap Song Artist of the Year. Okay.
And Video Clip Artist of the Year, stop.
Dude, okay.
Hey, man, we all got our awards, you know?
This is tantamount to like giving every single kid on the Little League T-ball team a trophy. You win a trophy.
You win a trophy. You win a trophy. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Here's
Take
a
your goodie bag.
Participation trophy.
Your swag bag's got an iPad in it. Check that out. 2006 is another good year, but now we're getting into some of the bad parts. So he appears in the Atlanta court and has charges that he threatened a man outside of a strip club the year before, and he's got to deal with that stuff. But luckily, those are dropped for lack of evidence. But he's arrested on an outstanding probation violation warrant from Florida.
Again, they just need one person they hire to take care of the shit for them.
You get a paralegal who's your personal assistant, knows how to
Just-
work a calendar. Dude,
Yeah,
you'd be
right.
set.
Right.
Can you drive? Can you run a calendar?
This
know a little bit about the law?
Microsoft Outlook this shit.
The warrant claimed that he didn't fulfill the required number of community service hours when he was sentenced back in 2003
And community service hours are you can get around that. You can get that signed off on.
for battery of a female sheriff's deputy at a university mall in Tampa.
He beat up a chick cop.
He beat up a mall cop, it sounds like, in Tampa, and then didn't do the community service that they gave him for beating up the mall cop.
All right. Is it worse to beat up a woman?
I guess it's a
or
sheriff.
A cop?
What?
What's the worst?
Here's the thing, man. It's like he was detained by several mall security guards at the time of the incident, and then his attorney says that it's nothing. There's nothing more than a technical matter between the states of Georgia and Florida.
Okay.
So I guess the confusion arose because Rubber Band Man was also sentenced to community service in Georgia for driving under a suspended license, which he did complete 75 hours of community service for in Georgia. But then he's released on bail shortly after being arrested. He's expected to surrender to Florida state authorities the following week to resolve the matter. And he gets it all straightened out. When you got overlapping community service, he's probably trying to double dip. He's like, can I just do it both?
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
You got 75 in this state, 75 in that state. That's 150-ish.
Yeah, man.
Not 75. So what do you think that he did for 75 hours? Do you think he was out on the side of the highway picking up trash?
He's probably Lindsay Lohan in it doing toe tags down in the morgue, dude. Just wrapping them up.
I can appreciate that. She was doing the work, man. She was doing the work.
She did do the work. I give her credit for stepping up.
I know I got community service one time.
Seriously?
Yeah. I just had somebody I knew sign some paper.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry I did that.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm making up for it now. I give a lot of my time to.
It's not jury duty, dude. It's community service. Come on.
Right. I didn't want to do it.
I see.
All right. Good.
All right. Well, let's get rid of that stuff. We'll go on to good stuff again. It's a ping pong match, man. He's like good and bad and good and bad. It's like a light switch. This dude's on or he's off. July 3rd, 2007, he releases his fifth album, T.I. versus T.I.P.
All right.
The lead single from the album is Big Shit Poppin', Do It. The second, you like that song?
I like the way you say it.
Ben's out there.
Do
Big
it.
Shit Poppin', Do It, Do It, Big Shit Poppin'.
And this is Big Shit Poppin', Do It by T.I.
Big Shit Poppin'. The second single, You Know What It Is, featuring Wyclef Jean, sold 468,000 copies in the United States. It debuted at number 1 on Billboard's 200 in the top R&B hip-hop album charts. It's his second chart topper in a row. The album included guest performances from Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, Wyclef Jean, Nelly, and Eminem.
I like Busta Rhymes.
Yes.
I do. I like
Do your Busta Rhymes impression.
I don't have one.
It's a classic, everybody.
I don't think I got one.
That's one of my favorite things. I just love doing the setup like that when you're like, oh, dude, okay, I got a great knock-knock joke. You start.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? You're left holding the bag. Or when your buddy walks in or back from the bar or whatever, back from getting drinks, and you go, oh, he's here now. Say it to his face. What? Hey, hi. Well, no,
I tell people all the time, yes, no, you do, or yes, you don't.
I see.
Choose one. Oh, the old Dick Therian line. There's one thing you never want to forget, no matter where you are or what you do or how long. There's just one you got to keep in mind all the time. There's one thing. Damn it, I forgot. Just whatever. Dick Therian.
My favorite Dick Therian line is, you kids get those bikes out of those trees right now.
Get them bikes out of the trees. Good friend's dad we all grew up with. He's a little reminiscent here on Brian and my part. He's a Korean War veteran.
I feel like that's relevant.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sure you're going to work it into this card. I can see the wheels turning, Brian.
I can't. No. There were no Korean War veterans October 13th, 2007, as the federal authorities arrested Rubber Band 4 hours before the BET Hip Hop Awards in Atlanta.
Oh, that's mean.
They
did that on purpose.
He was nominated for 9 awards and scheduled to perform that night, but instead he's charged with 2 felonies, possession of 3 unregistered machine guns, 2 silencers, possession of firearm by a convicted felon. The arrest is made in the parking lot of the Walgreens drugstore at the corner on North and Piedmont. Rubber Band is arrested and allegedly trying to purchase guns from a cooperating
Oh, Brian's car's out of order.
Well, I was going to take a break right there, but we're in the middle of this cool story. A cooperating witness with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives. According to the federal officials, the witness had been cooperating with authorities a few days prior to the arrest, so they basically set him
Set
up.
him up.
Yeah, when their cooperating witness was arrested on charges of trying to purchase guns from a federal agent, the witness had been working as Rubber Band Man's bodyguard since July, so they snuck a federal agent in to work as a bodyguard. And instead, Rubber Band gets 366 days in prison.
Oh, wow, that's for real. Well, I mean, he's trying to buy full-out machine guns.
Well, yeah, right? Authorities said he gave his bodyguard $12,000 to buy and deliver 3 machine guns with the 2 silencers, so somebody's getting the loud one. Like, oh. He wasn't allowed to own them because he's a convicted felon.
And they're motherfucking machine guns.
Yes, that's true.
You're not supposed to have those.
And because they're motherfucking machine guns, October 26, 2007, Judge Alan Baverman requires Rubber Band to post $3 million bond, $2 million in cash, plus the equity on his property. And he's required to remain at home except for medical appointments and court appearances. And the only people allowed to live with him is his girlfriend and his children.
So he didn't have to go to the jail. He just got house arrest.
Yes.
Oh.
Visitors were required to be approved by the court. But this is probably waiting for trial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has not gone. He has not been convicted yet.
No.
He's just like, don't go anywhere.
Right. But he will later plead guilty to U.S. federal weapons charges. He's sentenced to an unidentified prison sentence. What? Undefined prison sentence. So it's like a year of house arrest, 1,500 hours of community service.
Oh, wow.
So, and they're like, you'll be in prison, but we don't know for how much yet. We got a spot for you, and you're kind of high profile. And so he has a quote. He says, quote, presumably, while I'm there, I'll be able to strategize my comeback.
And maybe film a video.
He goes on to say that he would not just be, quote, sitting still doing nothing. And with that, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll finish the epic story of T.I.
Yeah, I got to listen to this guy's stuff. I know I got to know some of it.
I'm sure you do.
Is that where you're going to play?
No, I'm going to play, like we always do at the break time, a song from my high school band, 21 Days. And we're back. What did you do with your break?
I looked up T.I. on the IMDb.
And what'd you find?
Yeah, he's in some movies.
Yeah.
Not a ton. Not a bunch. I'm trying to still talking to the mic. But Ant-Man, I just watched that, so I know that guy now. He was in Entourage.
Oh, never saw Entourage. Apparently it's good.
Yeah. He was in Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart.
Oh, right. I never saw that either.
Yeah.
But I do remember the Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart movie.
Dude, I think that'd be a cool trajectory to take, is get into music and then get into acting. And I've heard people say all musicians want to be actors and all actors want to go be musicians.
That's what I've heard.
Or, they all want to be sports and sports want to be this. But I think that's the path I would like to take, is start out in music and then go to acting.
All right.
And then just be a personality. Right now, I'm just a personality.
I was going to say, you really can just skip all of it and just be a personality.
Just an influencer.
Just go straight Kardashian, man.
I can't figure that out.
No?
I don't know how they did it. I can't figure it. It's all documented. I still can't figure it out.
All right.
Well, I'm not willing to do exactly what they did.
Sell your soul to the devil for No, I don't even know how they did it. I can't even discredit them.
Didn't.
She's a porn star.
Porn star.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, I guess that's selling your soul to the devil. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not willing to let that guy have sex with me.
You don't want to sleep with Ray J.
I don't think so.
Even if he makes you famous in the billions of dollars range. No? All right. Well, that's fine. What you do is you team up with somebody like Ray J. And so early 2008, Rubber Band teams up with Mariah Carey on the I'll Be Loving You Long Time remix.
Really? 2008.
2008. I'm loving you. No, that's Michael McDonald, maybe? No. Anyway, they peaked that song. It goes number 58 on the U.S. Hot 100 and then hits number 36 on R&B and hip-hop songs.
Mariah Carey. All right.
So, yep, she that's a good hand to hold when you're in there. Look up her Christmas albums. They're great.
I think we have one on a CD.
There you go. While under house arrest, Rubber Band begins writing down lyrics down on paper for his sixth studio album. And April 2008, the album No Matter What is released. The official lead single is Whatever You Like. Now, you know this song. You can do whatever you like.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you like. That's
You
that
can
song.
do
Whatever
it.
you
Yeah,
like.
so,
It becomes the most successful single of his career up to that point, breaking record for the highest jump to number one on Billboard's Hot 100. It jumped from 71 to number one, and it also becomes his first solo number one single on the charts.
So he did that at home.
Well, under house arrest.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to have like the studio.
I got to
set
do
up.
something. I got to do
Yeah.
something.
Amazon, send me some microphones.
What are my most inner desires right now? I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you like. I
That
can't,
sounds
but
good.
I wish I could. You can do whatever you like. That's hilarious. I just put that together on the spot. That's why he came up with that song.
Do you think you could order a pizza? I mean, is that legal? You got somebody coming to the house that's not authorized?
You know, you'd have to have it checked. I'm pretty sure. Or there'd be like, you can only use Diner Dash. You cannot use Easy Street or whatever those other ones are. Like, there's approved apps for federal prison detention.
I'm saying
Home
they,
arrest.
they also missed the boat on calling it Fuber.
Fuber.
Yeah, Uber drivers driving food.
Oh, Fubar, not fucked up
Fuber.
beyond all recognition.
Not Fubar.
Oh, all right.
Like food and Uber. Fuber.
All right.
Maybe that's why they didn't do us, because of Fubar.
Heading back old school, like Fubar, September 2008, Rubber Band releases that sixth album called Paper Trail.
Mhm.
I don't know why you'd have a paper trail. It's 2008.
Paper.
Well, the title of the album refers to the lyrics he had written down on paper. So I guess that's why he did it. Like many other rappers, Rubber Band abandoned his style of rapping after his debut album, I'm Serious, by just memorizing lyrics. So he explained he wanted to take more time to really put something down like this time, you know. He wanted to be not just all cheesy. Like everybody does that. You work all this time on that first album, then you get that album done, and you're like, everybody's doing that now. Now I got to switch it up again.
So he wants to go reinvent again.
Yep, reinvent the wheel.
Okay.
Now, the album debuts at number one on Billboard 200, selling 568,000 copies in the United States. This is that sixth album again. The second single from the album, Swaggy Like Us, features Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne. It debuts at number 5 on the Hot Billboard 100, Billboard's Hot 100, I'm sorry. So he's dude, you're into heavy hitters.
Yeah,
now.
he's as big as it gets, and I still can't remember. I still
No
can't
idea who this
believe
guy is.
I have never.
I don't know you.
I know I've heard his name. Maybe
Don't know you.
it's not a real flashy name like, some of the big names.
Well, speaking of big names, his third single, Live Your Life, features Rihanna. He breaks his own record on the Billboard Hot 100. It jumps from 80 to number one spot. It's the fourth single. Dead and Gone features Justin Timberlake. Gonna be dead and gone, dead and gone. You know you've heard that song.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they did it a little different than you.
It peaks at number 2 for 5 weeks on Billboard's Hot 100.
I wonder what number one was. Why couldn't he get to the pinnacle?
Right there.
Wonder it was some
so close.
big song C blocking him the whole time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like Ice Ice Baby or something.
Not in 2006, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was still doing that.
During the 51st Grammy Awards, Vanilla Ice is honored. No, he was nominated, not Vanilla Ice, but Rubber Band Man. He was nominated for 4 Grammy Awards. He eventually wins Best Rap Performance by a Duo or a Group for Swaggy Like Us with Kanye and Jay-Z and all that, of course. The single peaked at number 29 on Billboard's Hot 100. November 21st, 2008, Rubber Band testifies in the murder trial of a member of his entourage and close friend, Philent Johnson.
So this dude got murdered?
Yeah, he was murdered in a shootout that occurred at a post-concert party in a club in Cincinnati.
Where T.I. was at?
Yep.
Okay.
Rubber Band has dedicated several songs to Johnson, from the version of Live in the Sky to Dead and Gone, where Johnson's grave can be seen in the video.
Oh,
so he had to do that, but, paying tribute to his friend. March 27, 2009, U.S. District Judge Charles A. Pennell Jr. sentences Rubber Band to 1 year and 1 day in prison and ordered him to pay $100,300 in federal weapons charges.
That's a weird number.
Well, the sentence is reduced from the original maximum 10-year sentence and $250,000 fine. Numbers are hard. With the plea bargain. So he takes the plea bargain, cuts it from $250,000 down to $100,000.
Well, no, I'm serious. Like you said, they're supposed to pay $100,300.
Yes.
That's an odd number for a judge to come up with.
Sure it is. Kick in an extra 300.
Yeah. We had an additional lunch for the jury today.
There's a parking
300.
fee. I don't know. May 26, 2009, Rubber Band Man begins serving his sentence in Forest City, Arkansas, for the rest of you. 2 days prior to being imprisoned, he performs a farewell concert at Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia.
So he's going to jail tomorrow.
Yep.
And he puts a concert on.
You can do whatever you like tonight. About another 6 hours, and then you got to check it. December 22nd, 2009, he is released from FCC Forest City and transferred to a halfway house in Atlanta. So he's done with the prison time. Now he's going to go to a halfway house and finish out his time there.
A halfway house? I thought that was for like people that were on drugs. No?
I feel like depending on your prison community, if you got a little overpopulation or if you're, again, high profile, they got to pad you and sort of protect you a little bit. So they give you those alternative methods to serve your time.
Okay.
So
yeah.
March 8th.
Yeah, I thought a halfway was when you're living and you're trying to get off drugs, and it's better for you not to go into prison. Or,
I mean, they have halfway rehabilitation houses too. It's just, from A to B, there's a spot in the middle.
Hey, this very well may be one of those situations where I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know that
They
that's
don't happen that often.
I was gonna say I don't know that's ever happened.
They don't really happen that often.
Have I ever been around for that?
Eh,
I've known you a long time. You've never been around.
I know.
March 8th, 2010, he releases a new single titled "I'm Back," and the single peaks at number 44 on Billboard's Hot 100 charts. He released From the Halfway House on March 26, 2010, so now he's free. And after his release, he is subjected to an audit of his finances, drug counseling, DNA testing, and random searches of his property.
DNA testing.
Well, you never know, man.
You want a little DNA? I'll get some DNA for you.
I'll give you your sample.
How much DNA you want? Where do you want me to put it?
That's gross. Soon after, he's in a studio working on his 7th studio album titled King Uncaged.
King Uncaged. Did he spell cage with a K?
No, actually, he did not. That would have been better.
I know. Call back.
It's right there. May 13th, 2010, he also makes a guest appearance on Larry King Live to discuss with Larry about his 9-month prison sentence for the federal gun charges and other topics.
Larry has no idea who he's talking to half the
I'm
time,
sitting
does he?
here with T.I. Who are you?
That's probably exactly what he said.
Okay.
Question number 1. Do I know who this person is?
I've
If
never
you're
watched
Larry King. The answer is no.
I've never watched Ant-Man. I don't.
Everyone Larry knows is dead.
I'm impressed the man's still alive himself.
I don't think he is alive.
And he just keeps getting lower and lower.
I think it's a
lower.
Weekend at Bernie's situation over there.
They're just propping him up. I got nothing.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Well, here's another one here. Rubber Band Man, he does go out and makes his first public appearance since prison. He steps out with his fiance, well, his then fiance, foreshadowing, Tamika, Tiny, Cotley, Cottle, Cotley.
Callie. Sure.
They call her Tiny.
Tiny.
She's a big woman. They call her Tiny. In support of, they go out and support
She is
her.
a big woman?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Well, I mean,
they call you Tiny. Like, wow.
My brother's got a buddy named Slim. Guess what?
He ain't Slim.
No.
I see.
I like that.
I see. Well, who knows? They go out to support the Alzheimer's Research Foundation for the love of our fathers at Atlanta's Opera Venue. And there's a quote from him, quote from T.I. He says, quote, "I am very well and very happy to be seen."
Right. Yeah.
like,
well, his dad died of the Alzheimer's.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
that's a thing that's close to him. So
Yeah.
good for him for trying to get back and do good things. I mean, you can do bad things and you can not like people, but then if they try to do good things, you want to let them have that redemption chance.
He hasn't beat up. Well, he did beat up a woman.
Yeah, he did.
She was a cop.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it's more okay if you beat up a woman cop than just a woman. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying at least you can say, I'm not beating her up because she's a woman. I'm beating her up because I don't want to get in trouble. I want to get out of here. Like,
you're beating her up because she's a cop then?
Yeah.
I see. So you're pro-cop beating. Is what you're saying. All right, that wraps up the show, everybody. We're going to see you next week.
No. I'm just saying, I think it's looked down upon. All right, let's stop.
There's a hard edit coming. Hey, Ben, you never stick around for the editing process.
I just like to go on the record. I'm anti-beating women up.
Anybody.
And I'm anti-beating cops up. I'm just trying to figure out which one's worse.
Don't beat people up, guys.
Just stop it.
All right.
Just don't do that.
Instead, release music. Like May 24th, 2010, he releases his single titled, Yeah, You Know, Takers.
That's the name of the
It peaks at number 44 on Billboard's Hot 100, number 68 on Canada's Hot 100.
Oh, good. Canada.
The Canada's in here now. Drake's making a move. He makes a few more features, single appearances with artists like Jamie Foxx. Justin Timberlake, of course, does his annual song. Drake's single, see, we brought Drake in, Fancy. That also has Swizz Beatz on it. Both singles charted at Billboard, peaking in the top 50. Prior to the album's release, Rubber Band decides to release a mixtape titled Fuck a Mixtape. It's a move somewhat controversial due to the title, because many thought he was insulting the mixtape format, which is very big in the rap community to get new artists out there. He has addressed the issue by saying it was a response to all the people who told him just to focus on an album and not on a mixtape. And
so he's pro mixtape.
Yeah, no, we got a quote about it. He further defends his decision to release the mixtape by saying, quote, I already have 60, 70 songs. A lot of these songs are period pieces that speak volumes to what's going on right now. If I hold on to them until next year or the year after, they'll be dated because my life will be put in another direction. And if I'm not going to put it on an album and they all can't make another album, then they might as well have another platform to present it to the world. So basically, I don't want to save this and go through the whole process of selling it and producing it and record companies. Just take the tape.
I would like to talk to our audience right now and just put this little nugget in your brain as you're listening to this episode and future episodes. Appreciate the inflection that Brian uses when reading quotes and even reading titles of music. He puts his own inflection on it.
What are you saying? This is
like,
what it says.
You're like using the wrong... I know, that's fine. It's exactly what it says. But when you put the wrong emoji after a after a text, people can take it the wrong way. Like you're it's wonderful. It's gold. It's gold, baby.
All right.
Brian Kinsley's inflections are so not spot on. They're perfect.
I don't know.
Now you're going to be focusing.
Yeah, I'm like,
on
I don't know what you're talking about.
you're,
I'm all Scooby-Doo now.
and this happened, and then this happened. And I don't know what's going on. And I'm sure that he's like, nah. He was like angry when he read that quote, but you made it sound like he was questioning things. I don't know.
That's the way I interpret. Anyway,
right. That's the way you interpret it. I think it's I don't want you to change it. Shouldn't
right.
say anything.
Shit, I don't know why you broke the fourth wall.
I know. Yeah. No. So
Jeez.
Everybody, listen. Next time Brian has to read a quote, and it's gonna happen in this episode.
Speaking of breaking the fourth wall, September 1st, 2010. Rubber Band and Tiny are out. They're arrested on drug charges after the authorities said they found 4 ecstasy pills. They were trying to get to the next dimension.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Dude, I'm anti, like, we don't need a ton of drugs in our society, and I'm legal and illegal ones, okay? But when you're arresting people for little piddly-ass drug charges, you're just making this world worse.
I think he might have a target on his back.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we have a lot of people on this show to where they get to a certain point where the cops are like, you know, if we just pull him over, we're going to get something.
But now we're wasting resource to deal with 4 pills.
Molly.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's
well,
okay,
here you go then. This will make you feel better. He's back to helping people again. October 13th, 2010, Rubber Band convinces Joshua Starks, a 24-year-old suicidal man in Atlanta, not to jump from a 22-story building.
What's this deal with this guy in jumpers?
He's good at it, I guess. Like, now, Scott Staff was only on like a 2-story building, so it was like practice. This guy's 22-story buildings. We've got a multiplier here.
He jumped from a duplex.
Yeah. That's you're in the basement, Scott. We shouldn't make fun of that. That's really bad. We might have to edit this.
No, I think we can make fun of that lead singer for, what was it, Creed?
I believe it is Creed. Yeah.
Are they the one that sings Creep?
My heart's wide open under the sunshine. No, that's Morrissey, isn't it?
No. All right.
Are you sure? I'm a creep.
It's not Morrissey.
I'm a loser.
It's not Morrissey.
I'm a weirdo. I just remember it from that cartoon that with like the Mariette, the Day of the Dead or whatever, Coco. No, God, what's that cartoon? It's an amazing cartoon about the Day of the Dead. It's funny. Anyway, after hearing the situation on the radio, T.I.'s like, I know some things. He's like, well, okay, now let's start.
So
again.
he heard about this dude on the radio. He was listening to the radio and somebody was jumping.
Right. I was going to say, the basic point is that he was on the radio. He hears it and he drives to the scene, 400 Colony Square building. And he asked the police if he could help.
This is exactly what Elvis Presley would do.
Right. And then the police are like, yeah, we'll take your help. Okay, sure. Help us out, man. And he talks the guy off the ledge. He convinces him not to jump. We got a quote about it. Quote, he says, "For one, I'm not taking any credit. I didn't do it. I could have just as well come down there and it could have been resolved in another way. The fact of the matter is God put me in this position to help and I can't take any credit for that."
He is Elvis Presley.
What?
This is
Modern day Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Huh? Run you down.
Can I get a gun? No.
Are you
I'm
sure?
gonna get a gun.
All
All right.
right. Here's your gun and a badge.
And here's a car.
There you go. That's hilarious. Well, once again, we're in the ping pong match because October 15th, 2010, he's sentenced to 11 months in prison for violating terms of his probation. You can't be talking people off of ledges. You're not supposed to be in criminal settings. That's
well,
not
I
right.
mean, he should get a little bit of paying it forward for the ledge thing, right?
Yeah, this goes back to the ecstasy thing. So for possessing ecstasy, testing positive for opiates, and associating with a convicted felon, namely his Pimp Squad Click crew member C-Rod.
Pimp Squad Crick.
It's
What?
the PSC. It's the Pimp Squad Click.
Pimp Squad Click.
That's my click. The Pimp Squad.
Pimp Squad Click. Okay.
Yeah, C-Rod
All right.
is a known felon in the Pimp Squad Click.
Listen, I'm trying to make note of this because my kid's little league indoor batting team needs a name.
Oh, the Pimp Squad Click.
I think we could call them the Pimp Squad Click.
That will not be controversial at all.
No, I know, for a bunch of 11-year-olds.
Yeah. Nope. That'll be fine.
Pimp Squad Click. I can't hardly say it.
Just call them C-Rods.
C-Rod.
Team C-Rod. When he's released from that sentence, he's required to perform 1,000 hours of community service. This guy has got his community service in for life, dude.
I hope
he is helping the neighborhoods.
I hope the first time he had to start doing his community service, he bought one of those like little grabbing tong thingies.
Oh yeah, like the stick, the grabbers.
The grabbers they used to pick up trash on the side of the road because he could definitely. You shouldn't rent one at that point. You should buy one.
You should just
own your own.
Gonna pay for itself. A couple thousand hours in.
Orange jumpsuit, a reflective vest, a hard hat, pair of gloves, and one of those reachy grabby thingies.
I bet he probably rolls in fully like kitted up and equipped, and they're like, "Here you go. Here's your issue." And we're like, "Nah, I got it. I got it. It's
He's
good."
got a big roll of trash bags.
What is that? The 4000 SR? No, you want the XX. That's the new version.
This one's lubricated from the
way
inside.
better grabby. Yep, you get way more grip and stiction.
And stiction.
Following his arrest, he had to change the title of his upcoming 7th album due to his prison sentencing. He was going to call it King Uncaged, but
just put a slash mark through un.
Now, I don't know if this had any hint to how he felt with the judge's attitude, but he renamed it No Mercy.
Yeah,
so like, I'm not getting out of this one. He then released lead single from the album, Get Back Up, featuring Chris Brown. And on the same day, he was sentenced back to prison for violating terms of his probation. But Get Back Up peaks at number 70 on the U.S. charts. So, ping pong, ping pong. We're just up and down, man.
Well, 70's not great.
Get back at top 100. I got a top 100 hit.
Yeah, but he was getting top one hits.
Well, court time will take you out of the studio. You're not doing reps. You got to do the reps, guys.
It's hard to record on a butt pocket phone.
Oh God,
the Nokia 6100 did not have the best audio quality.
It's the human wallet. Whatever. Where do you keep stuff? October 25th. Speaking of keeping stuff, no, I'm kidding. This time he doesn't. This one, the drug charges against him are actually dropped, so he doesn't keep it. November 1st, 2010, he begins serving his sentence. December 7th, 2010, No Mercy is released. The album peaks at number 4 in the U.S., sells over 159,000 copies in its first week. It's certified No Mercy is gold, over 500,000 copies sold from the RIAA, the Recording Institute of America, something.
Okay.
His second and final single from the album was That's All She Wrote, and his second collaboration with Eminem. That's released in December 19th. It peaks at number 18 in the U.S., probably because Eminem's on it. He earns 3 BET Hip Hop Award nominations for Hustler of the Year, Made You Look Award, and Best Club Banger for Hello, Good Morning.
That's a name of a category you want in?
Yeah, I won the Best Club Banger.
And Look Over Here?
Made You Look.
Made You Look. And what was the first one?
Hustler of the Year.
Hustler of the Year.
That's a different award from when I was a kid. It's a Larry Flint thing. Oh, and that's not Hustler. That's Penthouse. But
no,
anyway.
it was Larry Flint.
Still,
Larry Flint was Hustler.
Woof.
It was the icky one.
Yeah. What do you
find one of those in the woods? You got a story to tell. On the
What is
playground
with
the
that
next day.
finding porn in the woods? Why is that every kid in the Midwest story of, the first time I ever saw a
Well,
nudie magazine, there's a garbage bag in the woods full of nudie magazines.
Looking back at it and putting the pieces together, I think that was a tantamount to a bait pile. You just
Wow.
that hunter wasn't up in the tree at that moment.
Yeah.
You got away with taking a bite of the bait pile
Dodge a shot on that one.
because there's a few people that have a much different story.
Oh my God, that's horrific. Thinking about it's just you're baiting children out in the woods. Okay.
With garbage bags full of old porn.
Well, let this be a lesson to you fellas, because what happens after you get caught, August 31st, 2011, Rubber Band is released from Forest City prison at 7:29 a.m. and sent to a community living facility to serve out the rest of his 11-month sentence.
Okay, that's a nice way to say halfway
Halfway
house, apparently.
He then releases a statement on Twitter saying, quote, "The storm is over and the sun back out. It's time to shine, shouty. Welcome to the beginning of our happy ending."
Was that to his girlfriend or some
No,
crap?
it's just a tweet to everybody.
Oh, you said shouty.
It says shouty, SHAWTY, 3 exclamation points.
Yeah.
Shouty. He was just letting people know he's out of jail.
Well, shouty is
So
like you're shorty, you're a girl.
the
isn't it?
fear of community showers is gone, and
Okay.
now he can actually.
He's happy. He's excited.
Right,
happy.
he's
Yeah,
just
he's ready
having
to
a good
rock-
time. Maybe he
rock
was.
and roll.
He
Let's go-
tweeted
let's
it
go-
there.
Let's go make an Ant-Man. Where's
Like-
Stan Lee at when you need him?
Stan Lee is not talking to him now because Rubber Band is sent back to federal custody on September 1st, less than 48 hours after being released due to a dispute involving taking a luxury bus from the prison in Arkansas to the halfway house in Atlanta.
Oh, so he had himself a party bus.
You are not supposed to do that when you leave prison. I mean, when you leave prison, yes, but when you're being transported to the halfway house,
I think what's illegal?
Come
about,
on, man.
What's illegal about that?
well, what's inside the party bus? Why is it all boom, flashing lights, and like who's doing blow on strippers?
Well, okay, blowing strippers
Like,
is illegal,
is
but
that
having
girl-
you can't get in trouble for being at a party bus. It's what me. Be
She
happy
got her
and
CDL. I mean, what is
I-
she allowed to
right.
drive topless?
Dot your I's and cross your T's. Get a nice party bus, and just leave all the alcohol and booze and drugs and.
Well,
and-
now his attorney, Stephen Sadow, said the Federal Bureau of Prisons have moved him to a different facility and clarified that the dispute was not drug related. Wink, wink.
Okay.
No drugs, guys. Come on. September 29th, 2011, at midnight, Rubber Band is released from the halfway house. After being released, he signs a deal with VH1 for a new reality show that'll follow him around as he readjusts to life as a free man after the incarceration.
They better get a lot of footage quick because this guy seems like he's right around the corner from going back to jail.
Ding, ding, ding. Ben is getting really close to the nose here, but not yet. He also announces that he's working on a novel entitled Power and Beauty. So now he's writing.
All right.
March 26, 2013, Rubber Band appears alongside Pharrell on Robin Thicke's lead single, Blurred Lines, from
Oh.
the album of the same name.
Well, he was on
you
there.
Know you want it. You want
Well,
it,
I've
you
seen the
want it.
video.
Blurred Lines. Yes. The song quickly becomes a worldwide hit, peaks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Rubber Band's 4th number 1 hot single in a
Because
row.
of the video.
I would say there is something to that, and there's a little controversy on that. We may have Robin Thicke featured as a guest in the future.
That video, though.
August 2015, the IRS files liens totaling more than $4.5 million on Rubber Band's property for unpaid taxes from 2012 and 13.
Do you just want to start a company, Brian?
I think we should.
Do you just want to start a company?
I really think a two-man team could keep, half a dozen, a dozen.
I don't want to be your friend.
I'm not your friend.
I don't want to go to your parties.
I'm not your friend.
Don't want to
no.
do. I'll get somebody to drive you around.
Yep.
I'll hire an attorney, a tax accountant.
A tax account. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
I'll get a calendar. We'll color code it. I don't know, whatever.
This would be great. We could get an app.
But listen, when I tell you to go sign these papers, go sign the papers.
Just sign the papers.
Sign
man.
the papers.
Here's the thing. Now, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you freedom, money, make sure that you are not in the tabloids. There's no federal or government agencies coming after you. All you have to do is do what I say. I'm going to give you 3 things to do a week. That's it.
It's not
3
gonna be
tasks.
hard.
Oh, there won't be hard. You don't even need to talk to me. It'll pop up on your phone. Hey, Rubber Band, did you sign the thing so that you paid taxes on this concert
Just-
money?
Yeah.
And you just mark yes when it's done.
We'll make a digital signature app on your phone.
You will never see me. You will never hear me, but you will know I am around and helping you.
And I'll put one more stipulation on our little company we're putting together, Brian.
I like it.
At any time, you can fire me. If you don't like what I'm doing for you,
let me go.
Or don't want to do what I'm telling you to do, fire me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because everything I'm going to do is for you.
Now, here's the thing, though. We will have a rehire clause at 25% increase what you were paying.
Yeah.
That's
whatever.
all. Every time.
Or it could just be, if you want to hire me back, hire me back.
Every time you hire me back, costs you an extra 25%.
I'll even do it at normal fee.
Oh, you'll do a normal cost?
Oh, you haven't heard my normal fee yet.
Oh. Well, all right. If it's anything around $4.5 million, geez.
I mean, yeah.
All right, let's get out of the money. And let's talk about something everyone can agree on.
Ant-Man.
Politics.
Oh.
Now, October 2015, he gets a little backlash when he's speaking about Hillary Clinton because she's running for the presidency in 2016. So, would you like to hear this quote?
This him talking about Hillary Clinton?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the way you're repositioning
I'm
your
readjusting.
body
Yeah, I got to
get this quote out. You're gonna
get the proper resonance.
Belt it from the balcony, Brian.
Here we go. Quote: Not to be sexist, but I can't vote for a leader of the free world to be a woman. Just because every other position that exists, I think women could do well, but president is kind of like, I know women make rash decisions emotionally. They're very permanent and cemented decisions. And then later on, it's kind of like it didn't happen or they didn't mean for it to happen. And I sure would hate to just set off a nuke. Other leaders will probably not be able to negotiate the right kind of foreign policy, and the world ain't ready yet. You know, I think you might be able to get Loch Ness Monster elected before you get a woman.
Oh, wow. Is that the end of the quote?
That is the end of the quote.
Hold on. Okay, after you read that quote, I want you to read the first line of that quote again.
Not to be sexist, but everything after the butt does not matter.
You can say what? No offense, not to be sexist, not for nothing.
I said no offense. That's not how that works, Ricky Bobby. That is not how I can say. I said no offense.
Not to be sexist, but I'm about to be really motherfucking sexist right now.
That's what that means.
Oh my gosh, I'm not laughing at it because it's funny. I'm laughing at it because it's hilarious.
It's so absurd.
That is ridiculous.
Like really.
You can't. You're not supposed to say that.
You can just see that, like I'm sure the interviewer, like, not to be sexist, and the interviewer's like, buckle up, here we go. But
she can't drive. She's a woman.
Driving.
What?
Following the reaction from social media, Rubber Band publicly apologized on Twitter.
I bet he did.
June 2016, he opens a strip club called V Live in Atlanta.
Not to be a.
What? Well, yeah, more. Come on, man. That's what we do.
Laughing. That's a funny. I never heard. I'm surprised that sounds. Well, was he big then? Yeah, he is big then.
2016. Yeah, he's big now. Ant-Man.
We can't have a woman as a president. I mean, something could be like a janitor or a bus driver or a lunch lady.
Perhaps a prehistoric dinosaur would be a better choice than a woman.
I mean, he stopped short of saying he's going to nuke a country on her PMS day.
That's basically what he said.
He did.
Oh, it gets worse. We'll get back to PMS and TI. Hold on. Hold my beer, he says. He opens a strip club, V Live in Atlanta, December 2016. Tiny files for divorce. She had enough. She's like, I can't do this, especially if you don't respect women like that.
This guy seems like a sexist that I'm going out with.
I think he might not believe what I believe about women's equal rights.
Huh.
May 16, 2018, Rubber Band's arrested outside of the gated community where he lives for misdemeanor charges of simple assault and disorderly conduct, not to mention public drunkenness.
Yeah, the guard at the front of the community was like, "You can't live in here. You're black."
The guard, Henry Country, in Henry County, Georgia, the guard allegedly refused to let him into the complex without his key.
You don't. You're black.
You don't live here.
What?
My name is on the gate. It's like MC Hammer.
I don't want to be racist, but
moving on. Rubber Band Man post bond and released a day later.
He should have punched the dude.
I would say, yeah, if you live there and you're getting hassled like that, that's some bullshit. November 2019, he receives backlash on social media again when in an interview he revealed that he accompanied his daughter to the gynecologist once a year to find out whether her hymen had been broken.
That's weird.
Yeah. he gets the a bunch of National Organization for Women and stuff against him, and he gets really
he's what I mean is he
that also probably was probably part of the TV show, if I'm gonna guess, and he probably thought it might have been funny. I don't know.
You could make a joke about it, I guess, in bad taste.
That was
but if you're really
so.
interested in that, that's a little parenting too much.
We'll clean it up a little bit here for you. September 2020. This is how current I am.
Yeah.
Rubber Band Man is charged by the SEC for his involvement in 2 fraudulent initial coin offerings, the ICOs, for Bitcoin kind of stuff.
Oh, so yeah, I mean that's a whole entire different episode.
Yep, he's charged. They charged Flick and CoinSpark, the 2 companies controlled by whatever. Basically, long story short. Well, okay, it's not that long. It's pretty long, but the long story short is that Rubber Band here, T.I. was telling people he's putting on his social media, and he's like offering to sell the Flick tokens and stuff on the social media account. And these people are like, no, you work there, you can't be. It's kind of like insider trading, basically.
Well, isn't that what Joe Rogan does?
He's trying to pump it up. With Bitcoins?
Yeah, he has. He's got some commercials on his thing.
Oh, he does the app for something to buy Bitcoins. I kind of wanted to buy a Bitcoin, but now I think it's too much.
I'm not. I don't know a lot about things.
I'm with you.
And that's why
I can tell you this: the SEC orders him to pay $75,000 in civil monetary penalty and not participate in offerings or sale of digital assets, securities for at least 5 years. So he's out of the Bitcoin market.
That's a hammer hit hard.
And now, as we do, a quote from the artist ourselves. Quote: "Before you go to the strip club, you got to go through the skating rinks." T.I., everybody.
Well, I wonder what that quote. Yeah, that's an Office episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just picked that. I have 4 quotes on this card.
No, what was before you go to the strip club, you got to go to the skating rinks.
Yeah.
On one of the episodes of The Office, they went roller skating. A couple of the guys at lunch or something, and then Dwight meanders over with his roller skates on across the street to the strip club.
That makes sense to me now.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a thing. I don't know, but there you go. What'd you think of T.I.?
Yeah, I'm 1,000% gonna tune into his music on the way home today. That's what I'll be listening
hilarious.
to.
You can do whatever you like.
No, I have an appreciation now for somebody I never even knew about, and I know I've heard. There's so many songs you listen to every day, especially the way that music's fed to you in these new formats. Like Pandora and Amazon Music or whatever.
Yes.
You don't always know the name of the song or the people singing it. You might recognize a voice, and you may even recognize some of the voices, but you don't always know the name of that song. And that's where this guy fell in for me, I think. Because I know I've definitely heard on my different stations I listen to on the Pandoras, this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. No, those number 1 hits, you've heard them before.
Oh, yeah. And I just didn't know his name.
No.
And some of the R&B folks out there, listen, I'm a 44-year-old white dude.
From the burbs.
From the burbs in Michigan. I'm not that deep in the streets, contrary to what the streets say.
We get a little bit of street cred for living in Flint for a while.
So sometimes I'll hear a name of an artist, and I thought it was like the name of a car or not even a name. It was an adjective. I'm like, oh, that guy's an artist? That's a person? All right. I love him.
Little Flip.
I love him.
Because we're talking about Little Flip and all those things, we are going to wrap it up for this week. But if you like what you heard, please leave us a review. Go to Apple Podcasts, little purple thing, and leave us a little review there. That sort of helps bump us up the charts. If you'd like to leave some feedback, go to crimemusic.com. Leave us a SpeakPipe voicemail message.
Hey,
those
Jason,
are great.
Jason, leave a message. I leave messages sometimes. I think that should be a prereq.
Yeah,
you gotta leave dumb messages.
You're gonna sit across from me. You gotta shop the show out to people and get messages. Damn it.
When you drink a few, leave a message.
When you drink a few, go to our social medias, Crime and Music, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Leave us a message there. YouTube, we've got some stuff going on. Check out the website. We're actually working on it, guys. We have started the process. T-shirts are coming. So what we're doing is we're actually teaming up with a local correctional facility, and we're having some residents of said facility design some logos for us. We're going to put those on
I was
t-shirts.
hoping we had some prison labor coming.
We do it.
Great.
Fine. We have prison labor doing our t-shirts. What else can I say? If you
Great,
want to
perfect.
learn more about that, check out the website. Those are coming up soon. Again, hit the social medias. We love hearing from you guys. Thank you for listening. I do want to just say that. Just thanks for listening. We just want to provide a little bit of entertainment every once in a while, because nowadays it's all serious and people telling you can't do this and you can't do that. So
Do what I want.
I do what I want. Much like that, like the song says. Never trust a big butt and a smile.
Don't want a handout, you want a hand up.